Capcom announces PS4's exclusive Deep Down will be free-to-play. Dota 2 adds LAN support. Warframe Update 10 introduces Nekros. World of Warplanes was delayed. Silent Hunter Online ninjas into open beta, and more on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. Capcom recently took to the stage at this year's Tokyo Game Show 2013 to showcase their upcoming PlayStation 4 exclusive RPG Deep Down. During the show, Sony's president of Worldwide Studios, Shuei Yoshida, sent out a tweet in which he announced Deep Down would be released free-to-play. He then went on to confirm Deep Down would enter open beta near the launch of the PS4 in Japan. With Japan's release date set for February 22nd, this means players can expect to participate in the open beta sometime in or around February of next year. Deep Down is a visually impressive dungeon crawler with procedurally generated dungeons and has been shown to allow at least 4 players to work together in order to bring down mighty dragons. For more Deep Down footage, be sure to check out the full article on MMOBomb.com or click the link in the description below. Valve's latest update for Dota 2, which launched this week, adds an unexpectedly new feature to the MOBA, LAN support. The addition marks the first major MOBA to add support since the original Dota. Players are now able to socialize with 9 other friends in person as they play Dota 2, without the need to be connected to the internet. While the necessity for dedicated LAN support has indeed dwindled over the past decade because of the increased availability of the internet, the addition will primarily benefit tournament organizers and those with limited access to the internet in certain Southeast Asian areas. The addition of LAN could also pave the way for custom map modes rumored to be an upcoming feature for Dota 2, although no official details have been announced. The First Blood update also adds Captain's Draft, which lets a dedicated player on each team pick their team's heroes from a randomized pool of 24. Player levels, which previously seemed irrelevant, now have a purpose as the quality of item drops you are eligible for is now tied to your Dota profile level. Other new additions include an improved backpack now called the Armory, UI updates, bug fixes, and the Portal Pack, which introduces GLaDOS as an announcer among other Portal-themed items.
Are you looking forward to testing this latest update?
World of Warplanes, which was originally supposed to launch in North America and the EU this Thursday, September 26, has had its inaugural flight delayed. The new release date is set for November 12th, a little over 2 weeks after the original. The setback was revealed and explained in an official news post on the World of Warplanes website. Vlad Belazarov, World of Warplanes Director of Global Operations, mentioned the following reason for the delay. We are committed to releasing a great title and are doing everything to ensure that World of Warplanes gets the final polish we believe the game needs. The extra time will allow the development team to fine-tune the game balance and make sure that every feature is top-notch before launch. Any experience earned in World of Warplanes during the period before the official release will carry over and will be distributed evenly between the pilots of the Tier 1 warplanes. Players can also continue collecting tokens to spend on premium time, which applies to both World of Warplanes and World of Tanks accounts. Wargaming says the added time will also allow players to meet the required number of battles in order to earn an exclusive beta plane. Warframe's 10th update, Shadow of the Dead, was recently released and brought new environments, weapons, mods, and UI improvements to the super sci-fi ninja MMO. But it was the addition of the new Necromancy Warframe Nekros and 2 new game modes that made Update 10 especially noteworthy. The Nekros Warframe possesses a mix of utility spells and unconventional damage abilities. His bread and butter skill is Soul Punch, which does exactly what it sounds like it does. Nekros can use this ability to literally punch the souls out of his enemies with such force that any enemies directly behind the unlucky target are damaged by the flying soul. Nekros can also fear surrounding enemies, disintegrate enemy corpses for a chance at more loot, and resurrect those he's previously killed in battle as his own undead police force for a short period of time. Not a bad party trick, and pretty OP. A new survival mode gives players a chance to fight against increasingly difficult waves of enemies in the vacuum of space, while trying to constantly refill their depleting O2 by picking up oxygen from their defeated foes. The Conclaves mark the addition of the first non-clan-based PvP mode, with players challenging one another in 1v1 and 2v2 conflicts across the galaxy. A special Conclave rating ensures that all players are matched up against opponents with similar item levels. Those of you in the EU are now able to capture over 300 unique dragons till your heart explodes. To celebrate the launch, RuneWaker has released a new content patch which adds several highly anticipated features. Unfortunately for North American players, the game's launch has been delayed. Dragon's Prophet community manager Yavier explained why on the forums. We intended to launch Dragon's Prophet today, but after careful evaluation of the build, we decided to push the release to give us extra time to ensure a robust, solid gaming experience. Although Yavier failed to mention a new release date, she suggests players should stay tuned for updates via the game's official forum. So if you're in the EU, you can already experience some of Dragon Prophet's newest features such as the new level cap of 80, the new epic world boss Lockfear the Eternal, a revamped starting zone, 4 new dungeons, and mounted aerial combat. The new frontier system has also been added, which lets players construct houses, form alliances with up to 5 guilds, engage in large-scale PvP sieges, and even eventually control whole territories. As silent as a U-boat moving underneath a convoy of allied freight ships, Ubisoft's Silent Hunter Online has slipped its way into open beta. The browser-based sub-simulator lets players take command of German U-boats during World War II. Silent Hunter Online is the newest entry in the long-running series, which has players managing various knobs and switches and periscopes as they line up for the perfect torpedo. Silent Hunter Online is the first in the series to incorporate cooperative missions which have players organizing joint torpedo strikes on unsuspecting groups of targets. As players get better at sending targets to their watery graves, they can install new upgrades in their submarines or promote their crew. MechWarrior Online has finally transitioned out of its almost 1-year open beta and has now officially been released. The multi-ton mech simulator released a small patch coinciding with the release last week, which included a few bug fixes, several weapon adjustments, improvements to player matchmaking, and additional mech customization options. Piranha also seems to have listened to their community and have disabled third-person mode in the 12-player pre-made group matches. The change should keep competitive players happy, while also retaining an improved experience for casuals. And the game of the week is Absolute Force Online. Absolute Force Online is an FPS built on the Unreal 3 engine. The shooter features 7 unique game modes ranging from the standard team deathmatch to special modes including vehicle mode, where players can duke it out on helicopters, and Arsenal, which grants players a new weapon after each successful kill. Absolute Force Online features over 10 unique maps set in exotic locales ranging from a Japanese castle to a Vegas casino. When creating their character, players must choose which side to take in the all-out war between the Rotten Angels and the Hands of Justice. Once players have chosen their side, they can utilize more than 40 options available to customize almost every portion of their character's appearance. Players have access to a wide range of weaponry, including dozens of rifles, submachine guns, a Gatling gun, and even a pan. I'd like to use a wok. So, if you're looking for a shooter that offers flexible, fast-paced action with a variety of weapon types, game modes, maps, and the ability to add a giant afro to your character, then be sure to check out Absolute Force Online. I just wanted to tell you guys that Spunkify and I will be at the LOL League of Legends World Championships watching the semi-finals and final matches, so there will be no free-to-play for the next 2 weeks. If you guys somehow find a tiny little Asian girl in the audience, come say hi to me. If not, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. That is going to be all on this week's episode of Free to Play Weekly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. And be sure to head over to MMOBomb.com for more free-to-play action. Until next time, Natsumii out.